Hey, this is Glenn. Welcome to another episode of Difficult Questions. This one, can we eat the rich? This is on the back of that CEO getting shot. And I figure since I have been, one, working to solve homelessness across the U.S. since 2010, so I've kind of got a handle on poverty, and two, keep getting hit by distracted drivers and having my life destroyed, I think I'm good to talk past the politics and the legality of if what this young man did was right, if the CEO deserved what he got, if he should be convicted, if it's illegal, if gun crime means something. So I wanted to put my 2 cents in, and hopefully you find it interesting and thought-provoking and come up with some answers to my questions. First off, life is important until it's not. And that has been proven to me over and over again. We come up with justifications to kill people, to put people to death, to just disregard the life that we lost for some reason. And this is perfectly evident to me because I know it is not a crime to hit someone with your car as long as you are not drunk and you don't run away. It's called an accident. So you can destroy someone's life, and because your intent wasn't to harm, even though you did harm, you're good. So this kid, this young man that shot this CEO, if he wouldn't have written it all down and said, this is my intent, he maybe could have gotten away with at least not premeditated murder. I don't know. And the will of the people is strong. So if no one wants to convict him, if it's not popular, if the CEO who died represents all of the pain of the people that have never gotten medical attention, and the people that would prosecute are going to be seen as bad, then this guy could not be punished or be given a lesser charge or be commuted. But can we eat the rich? The thing that I've noticed is in the back of our heads, we all want to be the rich. So how can we want to eat something we want to be? And the answer is because it's always someone else doing something to us. Our dream, part of the American dream, is very much figuring out a way to win the lottery, or to scale passive income, or to make money beyond what our direct effort can do. And CEOs have found ways to do that. And we are all stepping on the backs of other people. Even when we use computers that are made in China, someone didn't get paid well to manufacture that. We benefit from that. So these CEOs benefit from stepping on people that cannot or not in a position to defend their life. I had a big question for me when I got hit and the driver got to go away, and then I got to figure out how I was going to pay for my rehabilitation, because the insurance company, their job is to stall. We've bought into this world of insurance, and I knew that the adjusters were getting paid, and I knew that the medical staff that were helping me were getting paid, but I had been left without a vehicle, without really the ability to walk correctly, so without my health, and without a way to make money, because at that time in 2022, I was making now money delivering food. So everything was taken away from me, but no one cared. And everyone else was making money off of me. I felt like I was a sacrifice to the system. So I ask you, why should you be different? If you're elderly and you cost a lot of money to maintain, why shouldn't you be a sacrifice to the system? And this idea of insurance. So I was teaching at UNLV in 2004, and my office got broken into, and I was using my personal laptop because I was a visiting assistant professor and they didn't buy me equipment and I just needed to get it done. So I made the decision to use my own stuff. And I left it there overnight, and my office got broken into and my laptop got stolen. And I made an insurance claim, but UNLV said, well, we are self-insured and we have decided that you shouldn't have used your laptop. So that's when I realized that insurance was a rig, and I always had to watch out for myself, and no one was going to take care of me. And then it's just been evidenced year after year. I bought a house in 2006, buying homeowners insurance, having to buy homeowners insurance, but then the air conditioning going out and the homeowners insurance finding a way to say, well, that part isn't covered, because their business model is to get paid to do nothing. We have bought into this idea. My mother would always say, we should get in a car accident or something, and she'd say, that's what insurance is for. And I grew up with that idea. So we embrace insurance. She also didn't want to put any effort into her health. So her great saying was, can't I just take a pill for that? Which is another argument on the other side of health insurance. If you are going to live an unhealthy life, why should we pay for that? And at what point do we stop paying for that? And then, as she would say, are you just going to put me on a rock? Yeah. At what point do we just put you on a rock? Because what we get out of helping you doesn't match what we're putting in. And that's very hard for people to accept, right? Because we want to think we are benevolent and we are great to each other. We aren't. We are not. This country is about what you can get. So if you can get someone to pay for your health insurance, awesome. But there are no guarantees. And we've kind of set that up because we have this idea that you too can be rich beyond the money you can spend. That's somehow a goal. How can you defend luxury? Honestly, you can't. And to what level do you defend luxury? Why shouldn't everyone just take public transit? Why does everyone get their own personal luxury chariot, their own car? And then you just scale that up. I have a friend that her goal for making money is she wants her own jet. Why? To me, that seems useless and wasteful. But to her, that's motivation. And that's the American way. She gets to have that motivation. She gets that dream. But then once she acquires the jet, then she'll get criticized by people that haven't gotten jets yet. What do you think? What do you think this guy is going to get? I mean, he ate the rich, right? He did the thing. The thing that I always am impressed by is this idea that someone has to do something extreme. So everyone else says, ooh, we don't want that to happen, so we'll change some stuff. And I'm actually 50% sure that something is going to change in the health insurance business models, at least on surface level, to quell the public, because this guy took one for the team. This guy did something extreme that we as civilized society could never defend. And now we get to look at that as an example and say, well, we shouldn't do that, so we need to fix it so that doesn't happen anymore. I think that could happen. Or he turns into pleading down to a reduced sentence. He disappears. Life goes back to normal. People talk and are up in arms about Trump and the way that democracy is going to change. But I went through the housing crisis. So I bought the house in 2006. 2008 happened. I got cut back at work, couldn't afford the mortgage. Bank wouldn't talk to me until I stopped paying. So until I ruined my credit. And then we ended up losing the house in 2012. And I've never really financially recovered from that. So I know that it's a rig. I know everything is a rig. And it's really about fighting on the front lines. Your life is just here. It's not about what rich people do unless you are rich, unless you play in that game. But now this guy ate the rich. He went to this guy, even though he didn't play the game of the rich, and he used his trump card. He shot him because everyone can get shot. Everyone can get hit with a car. And that may be a wake-up call. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. I never know how anything is going to play out. But what do you think? Can we eat the rich? Can direct negative action affect indirect positive action? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Thanks.